tell me the history of the airline for those who are audience may not unfamiliar with you?
Yeah, actually, we're the second oldest airline in the world. We were born in 1919, and we will be 107 years old this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're 106. In December, we'll be 107. So we have a long history of operation. We've been operating to the United States for over 60 years. So it's an airline that definitely has a good history. We have a large fleet of modern aircraft. So we operate to 14 cities in the U.S. So we're 440 weekly flights from the U.S. to Latin America. So it's a pretty big operation for us. Yeah.
And why is Orlando such an important stop for you guys?
Well, Orlando, like during the event, you heard. I mean, 15 years anniversary today, and we're very excited. We started with one flight daily to Bogota. And actually, it wasn't even daily. It was like 3 times a week back 15 years ago. And now we have 32 weekly. So to Bogota from 3 times a week 15 years ago to now 3 daily to Bogota. So Orlando's always been a very important destination for us because, of course, the attractions, as we know, Orlando. But not only that, we've seen a lot of migration from Colombian, Brazilian communities to the Central Florida area. So Orlando is very important because not only you get the southbound traffic from these communities, but you also get families visiting these people that live here, these Colombians and Brazilians and stuff like that. So we have a very, very big operation, and we hopefully to continue to grow it.
Cool. And what we got here going on in the celebration?
Well, 15 years, 15 years of celebration. I mean, again, we sponsor the Orlando City SC and the Orlando Pride soccer teams here in the Orlando area. So we're very committed to the area, to the Orlando area, economically, financially, and we want to continue to inject more economy into this area. And by having more flights, of course, that's what brings in all the tourists. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Here's to another 15 years, and keep the amazing work, my friend.
Thank you very much. How's everybody doing today? How about that Colombian rhythm? Another round of applause. You guys could come closer if you guys want. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Orlando Dama. I'm the Managing Director for North America at Avianca. And it is an honor to join as we celebrate a very special milestone, 15 years of operation to Orlando Airport. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Patrick Ibar, Sales Director of Visit Orlando, Victoria Vicky Jaramillo, Executive Vice President and Chief Commercial Officer at the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority, as well as our valued strategic partners, industry leaders, members of the media, and distinguished guests. Also want to acknowledge Dario Barrera, our International Director for Airports here, and also our Mauricio Cordero, our North American Airports Manager. Over the past 15 years, Orlando has grown into one of Avianca's most important markets in the United States and a key gateway connecting Florida with Latin America. What began as a commitment to expanding air service has evolved into a strong and growing operation that brings people closer to business opportunities, unforgettable vacations, and most importantly, to family and loved ones. For Avianca, Orlando is much more than a destination. It is a strategic location within our network and an essential connection point for customers traveling through the Americas. Today's celebrations belongs to everyone who has been part of this journey, our customers, airport partners, tourism organizations, local authorities, and the dedicated Avianca team members whose commitment has made this success possible. 15 years after launching service to Orlando, Avianca now operates 32 weekly flights connecting the city with 3 major hubs across Latin America. Bogota with 21 weekly flights, Medellin with 7 weekly flights, and San Salvador with 4 weekly flights. Together, these routes strengthen connectivity between Florida and Latin America while offering customers greater flexibility and access to an extensive network. During 2025, nearly 300,000 passengers chose Avianca when traveling to and from Orlando. That represents approximately 2,000 flights over the course of the year and reflects both the confidence our customers place in us and the importance of Orlando within our U.S. network. On June 1st, our Orlando-Medellin service transitioned from a seasonal route to a year-round daily operation. This obviously provides customers with greater consistencies and more travel options. We also increased service between Bogota and Orlando for this summer of 2026, expanding from 14 to 21 weekly flights. These investments reflect growing demand and reinforce our long-term confidence in Orlando as one of Avianca's key U.S. markets. Our commitment to Orlando extends well beyond aviation, though. We are proud to serve as official airline partner of Orlando City SC and the Orlando Pride, connecting fans, supporting local sports, and strengthening our relationship with the community we have proudly served for the past 15 years. Partnerships like these allow us to engage with the people who make Orlando such a dynamic and welcoming city while reinforcing our commitment to bringing communities together through travel. Orlando is an important part of a much broader story, though. The United States remains one of Avianca's largest and fastest growing markets. In 2025, we transported nearly 5 million passengers to and from the United States. And that's an increase of 6% compared to the previous year. To support that demand, Avianca operated more than 34,000 flights across the country, representing 11% year-over-year growth. Today, Avianca offers more than 440 weekly flights from 14 U.S. cities. These results reflect our continued commitment to expanding access between the United States and Latin America while providing customers with a greater choice of convenience. At Avianca, we believe aviation is about much more than transportation. It is about connecting people, strengthening communities, supporting economic growth, and creating opportunities across the regions we serve. We are grateful for the trust of our customers, the collaboration of our partners, and the support of the Orlando community through these past 15 years. Your partnership has been instrumental in our success, and we look forward to building on that success together. 15 years ago, Avianca arrived in Orlando with a vision to bring people closer together through reliable connectivity between the United States and Latin America. Today, we celebrate not only everything we have accomplished, but also opportunities that lie ahead. As we look to the future, we remain committed to expanding our network, investing in this community, and continuing to connect millions of travelers across the Americas. Thank you for celebrating this milestone with us. Here's to the next 15 years. Thank you very much. I'll introduce, well, not introduce, but Vicky Jaramillo, please. Thank you.
I think I just knocked somebody's little microphone off. I apologize. Sorry. So good afternoon, muy buenas tardes, and a special thank you to Rolando and the entire Avianca team. I'm especially excited to be with you as we celebrate these 15 years of partnership, connection, and growth with Avianca here at Orlando International Airport. And Avianca holds a very special place in my heart. I am the proud daughter of Colombian parents. And when I was 3 months old, I took my first ever plane ride on Avianca when it was a flight between Miami International and Medellin. So I have been I was a bit too young to remember that, but I fully embrace when we were here 15 years ago, that special occasion. That's when Avianca launched service between Orlando and Bogota at a time with 4 weekly flights, and as Rolando had mentioned, that's right now at 3 daily flights. So we here at Orlando International Airport were inspired by their vision then to connect Central Florida with one of South America's most vibrant and dynamic regions. And of course, a little prejudice for Colombia, yes. And so 15 years later, that vision has grown into something much bigger, as Rolando had mentioned. What began with one route 4 times a week is now the daily flight to Medellin, which of course I'm thrilled about, the flights to Salvador and the ones to Bogota. This growth reflects something that we all know too well. Here at Orlando International Airport is about far more than airplanes and schedules. It's all about people. It's about connecting, as Rolando said, of families, creating opportunities for business leaders and entrepreneurs. Avianca's continued investment in Orlando shows the strength of our partnership and the confidence that they have in Central Florida's future. As we look ahead, MCO is investing alongside our airline partners. We are setting a clear and measurable course to better serve passengers and expand capacity. We recently opened new gates here at Terminal C, creating the opportunity to welcome even more Avianca flights and to showcase the airport experience that reflect the spirit, hospitality, and global ambition of our region. To the entire Avianca team, I want to say gracias, thank you for 15 years of partnership and service at Orlando International Airport. On a personal note, having taken the very first Avianca flight at just 3 months old, I'm especially grateful for the Medellin service, which I just flew 2 weeks ago, and will fly again in 2 weeks' time to reconnect with my family. So here's to continued success, continued growth, and many more years of partnership at Orlando International Airport. I say congratulations, felicitaciones, gracias, thank you. And I want to have Rolando, if you come up, a little something memento here from the airport to commemorate the 15 years. So here you have, thank you, on behalf of Orlando International Airport, something to commemorate your 15 years. And we said 15 more years. I want to say more than 15. I want to say continued growth, 50 years more or so.
Thank you very much, Vicky.
It's our pleasure. And now I'd like to introduce Elaine from Visit Orlando, who's going to just make a couple remarks as well. So, thank you.
Buenas tardes. On behalf of Visit Orlando, the official tourism association for Orange County and Central Florida, we could not be more proud to be here among all of you, our airport partners in Avianca. 15 years. We work very closely within with Avianca, both marketing, public relations, and sales, to strengthen the routes out of Colombia. And Colombia is an important market for Orlando as a whole. Last year, we welcomed 360,000 guests, I should say visitors, from Colombia, which is huge. So we've seen an increase in visitation year over year from Colombia, and we continue, we're sure that growth will continue in the future. And when we think about the visitation, yes, it is friends and family, because the inbound and the outbound is very important. For Orlando, at Visit Orlando, we're more interested in the inbound. But for a flight to be successful, it has to be full both ways. So congratulations to Avianca. Here's to another great 15 years. Juntos, más fuerte, 15 años, 40 años más. Gracias.
Okay, thank you everyone. My name is Dario Barrera, I'm the International Airport Director in Avianca Airlines. I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to all those who made this possible, these 15 years of Avianca in Orlando, operating in Orlando. Our value partners, service providers, authorities, our customers, of course, and especially to the Orlando International Airport. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, everyone, Juliana, and especially our own employees, our teams, whose commitment drives our success every day. Thank you for being part of this journey. Here is many more years of connecting Orlando with Latin America and beyond. We would like to invite you to enjoy this celebration, to enjoy this performance, and now we would like to invite you to board Avianca 29 to Bogota, and please make this day the first day of another 15 years ahead. Thank you so much.